What up? What up?
I'm Mr. Business.
This is Mr. Social. Yeah, boy.
We back at it again.
6 p.m. on BKS1 Radio. This is what we do.
First off, I want to thank everybody for all the love and support for the burial of the Queen. I appreciate you all.
Absolutely.
Starting the next chapter. Difficult chapter, one day at a time, but I appreciate you all.
No doubt. No doubt.
Personally, bro, I want to appreciate you for holding me down. I appreciate that.
Of course,
That's what
man.
we do. You know what I mean? We more than just this right here. You know what I mean?
We knew that from day one. Everybody
right.
else might not know that, but yeah, that's my brother. From the Pampers in the Sandbox all the way to now. That's how we rock. Feel me?
Absolutely. So what's the word for the week? What's hot?
It's still a couple things, man. A couple things lingering from week to week. But one of the things I wanted to kind of bring up, see where your mind at with, right, is last week we had an officer there. And I just want to know still why more officers not like him. That's been on my mind. That's been on my mind for a while. He worked in Plainfield, New Jersey. He was talking about the diversity that they have there. It really do match the community. But like a lot of common sense things that we always say, he said them. And I'm wondering, where is these other cops when this stuff is happening that they don't, you got somebody that's standing up and like he really says a way you could do it. I didn't beef with my guy. Like, nah, that's wrong. You can't do that. Like, what are you doing? This is why, and break it down for like it seemed like real simple. Like, why that don't happen more?
Well, you know what? It might do. We just don't know him.
It's possible.
We just don't know him. You know what I mean?
It's a big country.
Like, think about it. He's did it on a open platform.
Mm-hmm.
These other guys might have did it like in house.
Right.
You know what I mean? But I ain't gonna say that it don't happen. But like you said, we just don't see it. Remember, that's not news because it's not negative. Mm-hmm. The negative side is what gets news
all the time.
Right. You know, how many good officers you hear get news?
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean?
That's true. And there's some good ones out there.
Absolutely.
We definitely know that. But the system is pretty messed up.
Yes.
I definitely believe that. So that's where it make a lot of them, it ain't even enough of them to, everybody ain't one way. We definitely, I don't want to be painted like that, so we're not going to do that to nobody. Well, I'm not going to do that to nobody else. But
what makes it even worse, though, like, with the whole, every time you see something bad happen, it's always 4 or 5 cops watching it.
That's the part I'm talking about. Where they at? Why they not like?
Right.
Yo, what did you do? What you doing?
Yeah.
No, you can't do that. Like that human part of. So again, I remember him saying it. So it got to have a lot to do with it. The leadership in that department is diverse. So it's coming from the top, and that showed you got whole departments. It's like little KKK chapters,
Absolutely.
that are police departments. And it got to be that way because if they can stand around and let that happen, you must feel the same way.
I believe so, but then you look at it like this too. You hear this thing about like whistleblowers. They never get a good rap. You know what I mean?
True. He had an agenda.
Right, he had an agenda. They go back to some shit he did at 18. You know what I mean? Like just to discredit him.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
He the one shot, ran up in the cabin. I mean, he got trapped up. Yeah. He did. They was messing with him because he was telling on a lot of the corrupt stuff that was going on. It's a controversy. I don't want to. It was at a time in Elizabeth, officer. A lot of people thought he had a suspicious death where he did supposedly, allegedly, had a lot of information about corruption in Elizabeth Police Department. And it was a article a guy did some years ago about it called The Family, man. People don't realize that, like, it was a big deal in Elizabeth that it was these white racist cops. One cop had a
Wait, was?
Yeah, well, it was. I mean,
Okay.
that's what the story is about. I was saying
right.
was
Yeah.
only
Okay.
for the story, and he was saying that. But yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I mean, we got a new director now. I want to give him a chance to get
let's
his
see how it
thing.
plays out.
He's a black guy. I actually met him personally. He seems pretty cool. I know some people that know him. They said he pretty cool. He come out of Essex County. Earl Graves, he worked in the, he got like a nice little career too.
Right.
Worked in the prosecutor investigation office. He was this, he was that, all within law enforcement. So we'll see what happened. But yeah, man, they had this thing called The Family, all white cops doing all kind of crazy stuff, man. I mean, the whole gamut. You can imagine. He did like a expose.
Right.
Type of article, investigate. I gotta bring that up, man. We'll see that, but it was crazy, and it's still going on today. Like you said, they was working the overtime. They was doing a lot of little crazy stuff, getting money, along with the racial profiling and stuff like that. So, Elizabeth, right there, fourth largest city in the state of New Jersey. It's kind of small when some of these other bigger cities you think about it, but they got a lot of big city problems. It's getting pretty crowded too.
Well, the thing to me with Elizabeth, growing up to current, the whole demographic, like, remember when you can sprinkle them in? Mm-hmm. Now we're sprinkled in?
Yeah.
Like, they turned, football fields became soccer fields. Like, that's how deep it is now.
It has definitely demographic change, and it's reflecting the whole country.
Yeah.
We steady getting an influx of immigrants year after year, year after year, all the time, legal and illegal.
Right. So, I don't even mind the immigrants, but let them have a field and let us keep what we have.
Right.
Like, why we always got to share?
Mm.
Like, how you be here 30 years and in 2 days you got to share with somebody that just got here? It doesn't add up to me, you know what I mean? But they talking about equal win. You know what I mean?
I mean, we know haven't been treated equally historically in this country, right? But the premise is supposed to be whenever you get here, you got an equal share to everything. So I get what you're saying,
right.
Why we got to do that. I mean, but that's what it always has supposed to been. We were supposed to get that equal share from the beginning as well. But
the question is, why have they bypassed us for X amount of years? Like, they still bypass us with the equal part.
It
you
happens.
know what I mean? Like, for instance, how you live here your whole life and you got slow credit, bad credit, no credit. But you come over here and you got automatic store credit where they give you a store. Like, where your Social Security card and where they running your credit from? You know what I mean? Like, it's the weirdest thing ever. Like, international diplomacy is better than domestic.
I'm gonna tell you the truth. I'm getting at a mindset. Now I believe that too. We know. Let's talk about it. In the hood, we say that immigrants can come over here, get different kind of business loans and things. Some of the things, I'll say this, some of the things that we've typically said that it's because we really didn't try it. Or, you know what I mean? These people come over and somebody, you're right, that is still a little messed up. Somebody hipping them to this game, so to speak. Yeah. So right, we still don't got the information or really using it. So that's what I think really the problem is, because we could go after some of this stuff. Because there's a lot of people that's been talking about it and trying that now, and it's working. So there's more people getting small business loans, FHA loans. Like, we knowing about that now, credit repair and blah, blah. So I don't know if that part, I want to, that's another thing we got to put on our list. We're going to dig into it. But I tell you what, I do see they getting a little help too. Look at the banks. Who work in the banks? Who these loan officers? Who them type of people? They still messing with us that way too. Like, so they do got some connections. All these people working together, this cousin with that cut, you know what I mean? Except us. So they could go in there, and they was already taught, going back historically, again, we getting the short end of the stick. Don't give them loans. Don't give them good loans. We get them loans that's designed to destroy your credit.
Right, but here's the thing with that whole situation, especially talk about the banks, right? Remember they had the housing crisis, right? Remember, these foreigners, they got this thing called remittance, where they make all this money here, send it back to their country.
Right.
They build their houses up, king and queen style, and leave all the foreclosures here. See what I'm saying? So that's why Bank of America got hit, Wells Fargo got hit, Sallie Mae, Freddie Mac, all of them got hit. With these foreign, as you say, I know you, you know me. But now they left damn near trillions of dollars worth of housing.
That's true.
That, remember, when we tried to even get a TRA or Section 8, we couldn't even get that.
20-year waiting list.
20-year waiting list. But they came over here and brought a $300,000 house overnight. And took their people that was renting, took their money, sent it all back to their country, and bounced. Left the house right here. But we can't even get an apartment right. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
We can't get an apartment because as soon as you apply for an apartment, they want to know your story.
Right.
I definitely think we gotta do that more. We really, it's happening. I'm telling you, that's all these protests, not just since George Floyd. I go back to Trayvon Martin where I feel like everybody started getting a little more edge, right? But probably before that too. I'm just saying, I'm marking time that we coming together a little bit. Like I said, people sharing this information, fixing credit and where to go to get these loans for housing, and now we got all these companies committing this money to different causes, and everybody talking about economics, black economics. Like, so, this is one of the best times to get involved in all that and learn and be prosperous. But that's the only way we could do it. We got to, make our own system within the system, too.
Absolutely.
So when we go into banks, we know what banks to go to. We going into these black banks. They look like, you know what? I see where you're going. I see your idea, your business plan. Like, you ain't got the best credit, but I think this could work. Nobody else ain't going to try to understand you like that. When you go in there, you know what I'm saying, to get a loan, they ain't going to want to hear, nope, you got this. We need this collateral. Nope, that. You got to have so many assets. That's it. No, all that's negotiable. Just like your interest when you remortgage a house, and all that stuff is negotiable, and it's up to that person you sitting in front of to do it. And if they can't do it and they really like you, they go to their manager and get their manager to do it. So it could get done.
Now, here's the thing. You talk about black banks, right? Do you think, even in those, you got some snooty look down on you?
Probably.
Where they won't even give you a loan either?
Probably. We do that.
Yeah.
We doing it.
So
we
it's
still
it's
doing it.
damn near like a no-win, really.
The color
To a certain
game,
degree.
the different things, light skin, dark skin, the bougie, and the hood. Of course we got that. So it might be somebody going, nah, he look how he talk. He ain't gonna do right with this business. I tell you, I do that myself. I must admit, I'm gonna be a man and admit this. Some guys, like, you growing up, maybe high school or whatever, you'll kind of be like, he was dirty. He wasn't that smart.
Right.
Man, motherfucker had his own business for so long, this, that, and the third. Like, so you don't know how a person gonna all the way turn out, or still don't talk the best, but they do got the mind to keep business straight and this. Maybe they just don't have an elegant speech or whatever. You can't. So I've been did that myself. Time or two.
Yeah, but some of them dirty ones was dumb. Let's be clear. Like, some of them really, they
Musty.
Yeah.
You know this when your name in the hood was Dirty such and such.
Yeah,
Ooh.
yeah.
You know everybody had that on their block. You know that's Dirty Pookie. You know Dirty Ray, right?
Yeah.
They be like, oh, yeah. And be serious. Nobody don't laugh at nothing because they know it's Dirty such and such.
Slow Mike from Second.
Slow Mike. Oh, they'd say that too. Wow.
Yeah. You know what I mean? So that is true. Like, we would actually just give people names that'll hold them for like 40 years.
Man.
Crazy.
You get one in the hood real easy. Real easy.
Let's see. All right, so let's see what else we're going to talk about.
I think we should.
I didn't want to do it, right?
Go ahead.
So we're going to do it anyway.
What you going to do?
Doesn't anybody want to talk about that whole Goya thing? You know what I mean? And how, they felt some kind of way about it.
I was confused, though, to tell the truth.
I don't understand. We at the point we boycotting everything? Like, everything. Like, that, everything? Like, the guy from Goya gave Trump money, right? And everybody, we boycotting Goya. But the same guy gave Michelle Obama money to start her meal situation. So how you want to boycott him now? And he even said it. I did it with the Obamas too. Like, at what point, right, do we got to stop trying to boycott everything?
I
get it. And to me, his attitude was perfect because he even said it too. I ain't apologizing. Because I gave money to the Obamas. I didn't hear a word from nobody.
Okay, but the Obamas wasn't, starting the rhetoric that he was. Like it's still something to say when you give them money, you're saying you support what they about, that person. So if you down with Trump, it's like, fuck you. Like, how can you be down? Especially if you look like me. He don't like me. He ain't doing nothing to help me. He riling up the white extremists, everything. Like, so if you support him, you on his team.
But isn't that more personal and less business? Because he said, I'm supporting the initiative with food. Not necessarily him.
Oh, see, I didn't even know that. I thought he contributed to his campaign.
He was like, I didn't give, like, Trump personally, but it was like, he was like,
that is different.
He said, I donate to the Obamas with their food initiative, and I'm donating the same way.
That is very different.
Know that, though.
Huh?
You know what? You're right. Good information.
Yeah. But he said it. That's why he said
I missed that. Some of it I didn't know the whole thing.
He wasn't apologizing. He said, because nobody said nothing when I did Michelle and all she wanted out of Goya.
That do make a difference.
Like,
he whoever the president is, when they have a food program, my company is a food company. I can see that makes perfect sense. Yeah. That makes perfect sense.
And then too, I'm like this. Let's be clear, Spanish people wasn't boycotting Goya anyway.
No, a lot of them wasn't. I saw that on Facebook. Now I ain't gotta take it too far.
Yeah.
Sazon for life.
Exactly.
No, I'm playing with my Latino people. I love y'all. Y'all know that.
Absolutely. But I'm like, come on, they took it too far.
Boricans.
Oh, okay. Give me a couple more words.
No.
See what I'm saying?
I almost did say that one right.
Limitations right
Boricua. Wepa. I can say that one.
Say it again.
Wepa.
Nah, that sounds like the TV station.
Oh.
Yeah, it ain't sound like when the music
Telemundo el gente. Du sarara. Sábado gigante. Tell me y'all don't that man right there is dope.
Yeah.
Telemundo el gente. Sábado gigante. Yo, that's that guy's voice, one of the great voices of TV. Radio and everything. I'm just put that out there.
Hit it one more time.
Telemundo el gente. Sábado gigante. Tell me if I'm wrong. I know what I'm talking about.
I think there are a couple of words missing, but go ahead.
Yeah, that's my own version of it, but I know it's a TV station and it's Giant Saturday.
Yep.
A big Saturday.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Do you see them shows? Oh,
Yeah.
man. That's all I'm going to say.
Oh, Jesus. All right. Let's get into what we about to get into.
Lord.
Who we have on the day?
Hey.
It's,
Let's go.
let's unpack this. Crystal Smith.
Yep.
Crystal Smith.
Banana Sweets.
Banana
Ooh,
Sweets.
you found that.
Soul Beads.
Hey.
Soul Beads.
God damn it, she is.
She is org.
We're going to bring her right here live. What's going on?
Hey, bro.
Hey. That's her word. Every day she tell me that on social media. Hey, Jaleel.
Yep.
How's it going? How's it going?
Oh, it's going. It's going. How y'all doing?
Good, good.
Doing
God.
great.
I'm sorry, y'all. I was over here crying and laughing. Y'all a little crazy.
We're glad to have you here with
Oh,
us.
thank you.
It's our big sister been representing us.
Exactly.
It's on? Let's see here.
It sound like it.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
All
Hear
right,
me?
we good.
Okay.
All right, so what's been going on?
What? Nothing really right now. We at a standstill,
Right.
but we still trying to plan and get things going for sheis.org and my new adventure, Soul Beads.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now the question for me is, all right,
Okay.
she is.
Okay.
What's the origin? What was the thought process? What made you say now is the time?
So, now about 10 years ago now, I wanted to get together with some women who were a little afraid of coming out. And what I mean by coming out is talk about their differences, things they're going through, if they dealt with domestic violence, if they had an illness that they didn't want to share with anybody else. I wanted to do like, you know how the church meetings?
Right.
How they used to have a little gathering, we'll talk about things and encourage each
Right.
other and help each other. And that's what I wanted to do. But, you know, they always say if you don't have like-minded or same-spirited people, you can't push it. And at the time, you know, I had no clue of how to get this going. And I was a little afraid myself to let people know different things that I went through.
Right.
That could have helped, which I'm
Right,
finding
right.
out now.
Absolutely.
But, you know, I was a little, I guess you would say, ashamed of my past. I wasn't out there. I wasn't, you know, I was a young mom, young wife, whatever, but it was nothing to be embarrassed about.
Right.
But I didn't know how to express all the things that I went through during that time. So I kind of kept it to myself, and I'll be honest with you, I didn't have the right energy around me.
I can understand that.
Okay?
Absolutely.
So it was just like, oh, we can. I'm like, we? No. We? And I didn't know how to say no. I didn't know that word very well. So I was like, okay. And then I let it go.
Right.
So years later, Atiba Page, my homie.
Warrior Princess.
Oh, wow. And a few other people were like, what's up with this She Is? You know, you've been talking about it at that time like 8 years. And I said, yeah, I know. And I'll be honest, I don't know what happened. I just woke up and was like, we doing it.
That's right.
And the thing was, I would talk to, you know, my close girlfriends about it, and they're like, so what you want me to do? Like, they just jumped on board, like, I'm feeling this.
Right.
You've been talking about, let's do this, Crystal, and we got you. So I'm like, wow. Because you know what? I was always in the back scene, helping everybody else in the house scene and all kinds of stuff, and I never wanted to be up front. I didn't want to be seen. Let me do all the work in the back. They were like, no, that's not how it works. You need to be present. You need to tell people your story, and you need to help. So I'm like, okay. So it took a minute for me to get there, and it still takes me, you know, I got to get my nerves right to talk and stuff like that. But it's been rewarding, you know, getting to know different women, people that see you. She is. I'm like, yeah. And then still be stuck, like,
wow.
Because I say to myself, it's not just me. No, it's just not me. And the girls, I call them my girls, the girls that are part of She Is are like, no, it is you. You started it. And I'm not thinking in that way, like, this is us. They're like, no, boo, you did this. And you have to take credit for something.
Yes, you do.
You know, and I know I'm humble about it because without them, I wouldn't be able to do this by myself.
Right.
So I always include us. They're like, but you did this. So it's been a little rewarding, but it's difficult at times. And the one person, your brothers, this one right here, woo, Curtis will give me the business.
Right.
You know, he's like, listen, you have to stick with this is yours.
Absolutely.
You have to do what you got to do. And if that means saying bye-bye to some people, do you have to do it?
You have to, because they
need
need to be in step with your vision.
Right.
So some people don't have that capacity to support somebody else's vision.
Right.
And you got to sometimes sift through the people to find that. And it look like you're starting to find that people, because it could benefit everybody.
Right. And it has.
But if I got the plan, like, so even doing business with me and him, if one of us come up with the idea, I'm not going to try to take it over. I'm like,
no.
it sounds dope.
Exactly.
We putting all the energy behind that idea for now. Like, so it's going to benefit us both.
It took some time because I'm so busy trying not to hurt people's feelings inside and outside.
Right.
And that's when little brother was like, tap, tap. What are you doing?
Yeah, because I've seen it.
Don't hurt your own feelings trying not to.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Because now you, like you said, you was like, okay, let's do
Yeah,
it. You
right.
was hurting your own feelings at that
True.
point, right?
That's true. And I didn't know which way to go. And, and there's so many resources out here, but, like, nobody wants to share. You have a little bit of people who, okay, Crystal, here, boom, 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 boom. And then you got the other ones like,
Right. Mm-hmm.
oh, yeah.
Right.
We'll see. Why? So, as a lot of those things were coming, I said, that's why I got to do this shit. This is why I have to do this and fight for it, because I'm tired of women being funny with each other.
Right.
Like, we all probably have been through the same things, abusive marriages, relationship, a bunch of kids, raising them by ourselves. Nobody's better than the next.
Right.
But what we could do is build the community, get together, and say, okay, and we could laugh about it now because we're better.
Right.
So, you remember when you had to go, you had to make spaghetti for 3 days, like, stuff like, yeah, but no, we could do it this way. We could teach someone else. This is what we used to do, and this might, this can help you do something different. So, it took a lot in me, because I am a friendly person. I promise you I am. I'm a friendly. But when it comes down to nonsense, I ain't beat. Right. And so that goes for anybody. I don't care who it is. Right. I'm not beat. So, and the respect level, I had to learn the respect between women. Because we're automatically, when we see each other, and this is some weird shit, though. I could curse, right? Okay. This is some weird shit.
Language.
Like,
nah, go ahead.
Okay. Because if I'm walking down the street and another woman walking towards me, and she has something on that I'm feeling, like, I'm very like, yo. And, normally they're like, yo, and we just laugh or smile. But you have women who are of a certain age, rolling their I'm confused. Rolling their eyes, and what are we doing? What are we doing? Why are we acting this way? So it was a lot of things, and being in the house scene is a lot of, I'm sorry, I could say it and I could back it up. It's some shady asses.
Absolutely.
And it's like, wait, you were just talking to me Friday. It's Saturday. What'd I do? I don't know what I did.
That's fast.
So instead of me reacting, I don't react a lot of times. I think before I react, because I have to represent myself, and I have to represent these women who said, thank you, Crystal, for starting this. Thank you for having this group for us so we can express whatever we want. Thank you. And when that thank you hit my head, I'll be like, oh, I can't bust you in the mouth, man. Damn. All right. I'll be like, okay.
Well, you actually can. Just got to do it differently.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure that out.
Yeah, like, we'll talk later about that.
Right.
But there's methods. So like, you know what I mean? There's methods.
That's Mr. Petty.
So I got to, I had to learn how to, all right, that's not that serious.
Right.
And another thing is be honest. Women are not honest with each other. Like, if you say, like, I'm just going to bring up Hadia. Hadia was like, boo, what do you got on? I'm like, ooh, I look crazy? Yeah. Right. And I'm not in my feelings because she's looking out for me. So we have to start thinking about, if we can get to that, thinking about what a sister would do. They say sister's keeper. We start thinking that way. Maybe we could change up the dynamics, and we could help these young ladies out here who are acting like nuts.
Which is the key.
Help them. This is how a lady acts. Now I know sometimes you might have to react to certain things, but this is the way you do it. Like, we have to teach. But we got to keep teaching ourselves too.
Absolutely.
Because we hold on to a lot of past shit. And sometimes we're like, oh, I'm better now. No, you're not. Sometimes you're not.
You just learn to deal with it.
Yeah, you deal with it. You ain't handled it.
Right.
So,
suppressing.
And for me to say that, I had to handle my own shit. Like some stuff that I held on to, whatever. And I'm like, so at the end of the day, how is this helping me?
Right.
Why am I still talking about this shit that happened 15 years? Why? So you have to do some inventory on yourself.
Right.
And then when you do inventory on yourself, and then, you know, you if you work in, you know, if you're in the workforce, or you worked at McDonald's, whatever, you always meeting people, you always interacting.
Right.
So you can't say you don't know how to interact with other people, because as you get older, you learn different methods of,
Right.
you know, handling things. So with that, and then for these women who come to me and say, yo, sis, can we do this? Don't come to me and say, can we do, like you said, you got an idea, what we doing? Let's jump in. What we doing?
Yep.
You know, so it's been rewarding. It was difficult because, you know, certain people. Now let me backtrack. I've never, how can I say? I never start shit. Like, I was never in trouble with people and a bunch of drama. You know what I mean? So I think that's one of the things that people will look at you like, okay, well, maybe, what is she doing? Oh, this might work. Versus somebody that got a whole bunch of drama. They're like, how the hell you change from a drama queen to, right. So, but I've been tested. And the only thing I could say was, you know, oh, well. I mean, I was in my feelings about it, and I was going to people's houses, but that, you know, I don't drive.
Say word.
Somebody would have to take me.
Wait a minute.
So you had accomplice.
So you don't drive?
No, I can.
You said that first.
I know I did, but I can't.
She is not driving?
Not right now. Soon.
She is.
Not driving.
Not driving.
That's
Yo,
what
this
we
guy
doing.
crazy.
That's what we doing.
He's stupid. So,
get the car.
nah.
It's like a mob boss. Get the car.
Get the car. We got to go. Now, during this whole COVID thing, right?
Yes.
Has it helped you as far as conceptualizing the forward movement of She Is?
Yes.
Because you have time now.
I have time.
And you had to, was you
had
able
to
to
sit.
like, and know what's weeds and what's actually growth, you know, as far as just the situation is?
Yes.
Oh, that's.
I mean, I think, I hate to say it, but it kind of, this whole pandemic has made me sit still, because, you know, when you sit still, you're able to think, and you remove certain things and get on that business.
Yes.
And think like a businesswoman, think like a business person. Where do you see this going?
Right.
How are you going to rise?
Right.
You know, how is this going to, you know, work for anybody else? You know, what is your purpose? You write up these mission statements and purposes, but what are you doing with it? You know,
Right.
You have to do it. So during this time, I mean, some of us, we weren't able to get out as much as but we connected with a lot of people, and even they were like, okay, once this is over, and I'm like, well, I don't know when it's over. What else can we do? What's the alternative? If we can't do this, what can we do? Now, I know all of us, you know, I'm a little freaked out about it, you know, but if I can't step up, somebody else will step up.
Right.
So, and we have the same mind frame, like, we got to get this done. So it's been kind of, you know, it's been rewarding, because I was afraid, like, we can't do nothing. What we going to do? They're going to forget about us.
So I could see, and you correct me if I'm wrong,
Okay.
that you got the new brand Soul Beads as well, or it's newer that I seen. That's part of sitting home and thinking, and same thing. Okay.
I was bored. Like, I was watching NCIS all day. And
You too?
Criminal Minds. Yeah, your word.
What?
Criminal Minds way better than NCIS.
Yo, Criminal Minds.
It all
right.
depends.
Because it depends on which one you're watching. Because you
Right.
got Los Angeles, you got
Los
Miami.
Angeles,
Well,
I'm
saying.
New Orleans hot too.
I like New Orleans.
I only
Is that
seen
New
that like
Orleans?
twice.
I like New Orleans.
That's the best
Yeah,
one. Really,
I like New
for
Orleans.
real. What?
I watch that sometimes.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, I
that,
love
that
it.
one real.
I gotta check that out.
Yeah, you gotta check that one out.
So I, you know, sit there, and I'm in school, so I do my homework, and then I'm like, okay, what else can I do? And I don't know what happened. Oh, a friend of mine, we went to Michael's. She was like, I have to stop at Michael's. And so I started drifting, walking around. I was like, how hard is it to make a beaded bracelet? She's like, not hard. I said, okay. And next thing you know, it's like $4,000 worth of beads and stuff.
Wow.
Yeah.
I see
And
the
I love
shirts.
it.
I see that you had your first vending experience. How was that?
It was awesome. I don't know if I was afraid of if someone would like my products, and I know I'm going to get cursed out for saying that when I get home. But it's like you wonder if someone's going to like. And a lot of people were very like, oh my God, these are beautiful. These stones, and it tells a story. Whatever I was feeling, I made that bracelet the way I was feeling. So yesterday was really nice.
Wow. Say that again. So you got mood bracelets on your own. Each one is every single one that you make is a different meaning based on
how I feel.
Oh, I gotta get them soul beads, man.
So if I feel racy,
support my sis. That's right.
If I want to be from the jungles, it's a jungle.
Okay.
It's whatever I feel, and because I'm not a manufacturer, so none of my bracelets are the same. And don't come to me saying, I want that bracelet at so-and-so. I don't even know what you're talking about.
Right.
Who are you?
It's gone after that.
I'm making the bracelet of who you are.
Right.
And I realized that was my niche. Like, I know somebody, and I'm putting these, think about the conversations we had, even if it was 5 minutes. And I'm like, and when I give them their bracelets, they're crying. They're like, how did you? I was like, because you like angels, and you like. So, and they're impressed by that, but I'm not trying to impress you. I'm trying to represent you. But I enjoy doing
That's a great concept.
Now, I know I said this before in joking, but in real life, you are like Thanos, like, for real. Like, for real. Them Infinity Stones, like, I say it in joking, but now that you describe it's the same thing, because every stone means something.
Yeah.
That's
so
crazy.
Something.
I've always been scared of them stones, to be honest with you. Yeah, because when you hear the stories of, I'll be like, no, get them out of here. Like, nah. Because them things worry me, because I guess I'm not, spiritual in that way, that I be looking at them stones a little different.
Yeah. I mean, I would say I'm just getting into really understanding how they work, the stones and gemstones and all that.
Well, her name is Crystal.
So
they said it's been written. You heard? I said her name is Crystal.
Okay, but what they got to do?
Stones. Crystal is the gem of stone.
Nah, but her stones be different. Like, she ain't had a crystal yet in one of them.
Exactly. She don't got to. She is the stone.
Oh, word.
Thanos. There we go. Thanos.
Thanos.
Yo, you went all the way in with it. All right, I'm done. All right, you win.
She is the stone. The stone is she is.
Yeah, we need some glasses. Yo, hit the Malcolm one time.
Come on, one time.
Hit the Malcolm
It's almost all right in there. We ain't laying on Plymouth Rock.
A mess. I love them.
Oh,
now,
man.
now I'm going to tell you what I remember.
Okay.
We first, now Crystal know us too. We do some things and event planning and promotion, a lot in house music as well. Shout out everybody out there. But so we kind of knew her from then. And what I remember coming across, I thought, and this must be your mission for real. And this is just me looking.
Okay.
This years ago. Okay. Raw Honey.
Wow.
Yeah.
It was this big collective of women that did spoken word and poetry, and they all had these fly ass names, I thought. And the name Raw Honey, that was sweet. Like that.
Yep.
That's what I remember seeing. That it was somebody else I knew that was in the group. Nicole, I can't remember her name.
Essence.
Yeah, Essence. Okay. I knew her from college, so
Wow.
it was already but getting to meet y'all over the time, it was a lot of great sisters. But I just want to see if you could tell me about a little bit really quickly how that came about and what that was about to tell people. I thought it was dope. I thought that should have been a traveling show and everything. You know?
Mr. Josh Milan.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he wanted to do a project with all female poets and Sage Youngblood.
Right.
she said to me, I need you to write something. For what? You know, me and her used to fight all the time. I said, for what? She was like, Josh, I want you to write something. I said, oh, no, he don't. So the following day, I get an inbox, and I'm like, now, Josh is really a cool individual. I always speak to him, hey, what's up, Josh? What's up? And keep it moving.
Right.
And I'm looking, I was like, wait a minute, what is this about? He was like, hey, sweetheart, how are you? Listen, I need you on this project. I passed out. I literally fell on the floor like, oh, my God, what am I going to do? And from that point, he said, I need you to write about whatever you want. It's nothing. I'm not going to tell you what to write. So, I mean, I was in the, you know, the house scene, whatever. So dance, like dancing and stuff came to mind. And like even when I used to dance or I watch people dance, it makes me happy.
Right.
Makes me feel, and the DJ playing, it just was a whole experience for me. So I just wrote about dance. And I was so nervous, but he was so awesome. But he brought these different women who are seasoned poets, and I was the newbie.
Okay.
Yeah. So I really had a good time, and the music that he picked the music to your personality.
So you all had like solo songs on it within the whole album?
Yep.
Oh, that was dope. See, I thought it was a group called Raw Honey, but it was really
he made it
he
the
made
Raw
the group
Honey
project. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
That's still awesome.
So it was awesome, and it was a great experience. And for him to say, you know, he was, you know, just vibing with me, like, come on, sis, don't, it's me. And I'm like, yeah, it's you. So he's like, no, it's just me. Just do you. Right. And, you know, I just started, okay, all right, I think I got it. So it was wonderful. And my biggest thing is, like, these women, the seasoned women, you know, their poems were just popping. They just knew I was like, I can't remember my name. I had to read it. So, but it was an awesome.
That's good.
Awesome time.
Like I said, I think that's my first time coming across you. You was involved in a bunch of shows. Like I said, you know, you've been multimedia. You got sheis.org. Yeah. You was a part of the Raw Honey Project. Yeah. You just a real lady at work, huh?
Yeah, and I don't even see it that way. Like, I do it, and
you
I
out
keep
there,
it moving.
You shaking it, mama. You shaking it.
Thank you.
Hey, yo, you remember when we first started? Like, you don't even know this. True story. When we first started House, we was at Lava Lounge. We kept saying, we're going to get Sweets, Sage, and Rocks to host a party. Yep. We didn't even have ladies at work and none of that then.
Nope.
Because we was like, we need people that's in-house that introduce Lava to House.
Right.
And for some reason, we just never did it.
Never made it happen, but it was so funny that we reached out to you. It gave us a lot of insight in different times and stuff like that. We appreciate that. I want to tell you that now on the air.
I appreciate you guys because you supported me a lot. And, you know, just, Della, I don't get to talk to you a lot. Right. You know, but this one here, I call him Mr. Mayor.
I know.
He reads me. I write. So, and I really appreciate that because, you know, a lot of, like I said before, people don't like to, you know, some people, I can't say all, they don't like to give you information. They don't like to do certain things. And you guys are so open to helping people. Y'all no nonsense. I love it. Y'all don't play them games. You keep it real and you say, listen, nah, that's not working, sis. Do this. Think about this. Think about that. And people don't come at you that way.
You know, I think for me, how it ended up for me, because when you started, I saw us. We started out, we had this whole to-do, whole bunch of people. Okay. And, bye. Everybody wanted the glitz, the glamour, but the work.
No work.
Yeah, that work is no joke.
So we was like, nah. Yeah. If we're going to do it, let's just keep it right here.
Yep.
We're going to run our own journey, and we're going to make it do what it do. We're going to run our own course. That's always been our mission.
Definitely.
Gotcha.
We run our own course.
We run our own race.
You know what I mean? COVID happened. This is the new race.
Yep.
So we was like, no.
Yeah, multimedia on your ass.
I mean, yeah, like,
I'm going to just put it out there.
I love it.
Ain't no
I'm going to just put it out there.
Ain't no doors you can't open.
Nah, I'm just joking.
You just got to do what you do.
Right.
You know, and so I was looking like, nah. she just sitting back too much for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I kind of saw you. I saw him in
Yeah.
you. Like
Okay.
his, like, you know, he more of a no, let's do it. I'm more like no, let's do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like I said, a lot of things me and him go through behind the scenes, but when the product come out, that's what it is.
Yes, it
Yo,
is.
we go at it.
Awesome. I believe it.
Yeah.
I
Like, you
believe
know,
it.
we get 2 days of, then we got to talk for about 2 days, and then we come back and like, all right, this is what we're going to do.
All right.
Right, you know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
it's business, but it's family, so we talk on another level.
Exactly.
I mean, it's different, I guess, for you, because a lot of people might be friends, so you got to.
Oh, well, I make
But-
it very known. Listen, this is a sisterhood. We ain't going to like each other.
Right.
We might get mad. I don't care. We're going to work on it tomorrow. But right now, say what you got to say. Let's be open. Let's be real. Put it on the table.
Sure.
And then tomorrow, we got another thing to deal with. So, you know, women don't do that normally. We hold grudges for 36 months. Like, we see each other.
Yeah, she did a
And you
jail
can't-
bid
No, but it is,
36
that's
months.
true.
And you can't even remember what you're mad at.
And, like, that's true, because for us to be in-house, but, like, not in that community, we do the events, but we not part of that whole, and we made sure we wasn't going to be part of that whole.
Exactly.
But you see it, like,
You see
the
it.
the long-term hatred
And for
behind the dumbest thing. You know what I mean? And
Yes.
you're like, wow.
and you try to, and it's like nobody want to be the bigger person and say, listen, let me come here for a minute. Let's talk about this. Like, so with she is, you know, somebody got a problem. If you two can't handle it, we all getting on the phone and we all gonna take care of it.
Right.
That's what's
You
up.
know, because
True.
a lot of people, like, you know, is one who she didn't really trust women. She didn't really trust women.
That's internal.
It
That's
is,
internal.
but
Right.
she realized, like, all women aren't the same. All women are not trying to come for you, at you.
Right.
We trying to love you. We trying to love on you. So when she felt it and started, it changed her. And she will tell you in a minute, like, I can't believe I'm who I am right now.
Right.
Because I wasn't that person.
Wow.
She blocked any woman, like, get over there, get away from me. Like, and so she's totally different. So, but I said, it can only work because I've been screwed over with a lot of women. Like, women who I thought were my best friends. And I can't hold those things that happened in the past with somebody else who really has my back.
Right.
You know, who loves me for who I am.
Right.
So I'm like, we're not doing this bullshit. We gonna talk about it. Y'all wanna argue? We'll sit there and watch.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, y'all got it out. All right, let's do this. So what we doing tomorrow? We gonna call. So you're gonna call so and so to see if we could get this place.
Right.
Right.
And
You don't have to stay mad,
Yeah,
right?
no.
It is human to have a disagreement, and I'm upset about it, and I might got a little loud, but
But
it was over in that moment, right? Yeah.
Tomorrow, we're still sisters.
Yep.
So
I agree.
and we respect each other. And that was one thing. Every time I'm like, oh, no one's coming in my group. No one's coming on the page. No one's coming in front of me and disrespect anybody.
Okay. Right.
Nobody is disrespecting anybody. You know, we had a situation where I don't know what this person was thinking, but they were part of the group. The group is private. She is one.org LLC is a private group, but I have a page. And this private group, I invited this person in, and there was another young lady in there, and what she said was, like, as if to say, you don't belong in this group because you don't act accordingly. That's basically what she's saying. Like, on the outside, you ain't really about it. A sisterhood.
Right.
Wait, not here.
Right.
Now, we have conversations.
Right.
We have conversations, but no attacking. We're not doing that here.
Right.
And I made a statement. I said, this is not what we do. If you have something to say, you can generalize it. Why do women, you don't know what that person might feel. That person might be a shady person, But once they get around people who are not and see the
Right,
difference,
get around the right energy.
yeah, and they're like,
Right.
oh, this is what I've been doing all these years.
Right.
So don't do that. So I
Very
had to
true.
nip it in the bud. So I protect that group.
Mm-hmm.
And there's and it's so funny because there's other women in there who are not part of the board. Oh, they're protective of she is. Oh, they don't play them games. I don't know if something happened. I don't even know about it.
Right.
Right.
They get it, and I'm like, whoa, like that's when it makes all sense that it's working.
Yep.
It's working.
Changing lives, Crystal, of
So,
she is.
It is changing me because I tell you, I was a quiet person. I really didn't express how I felt about different things and
Right.
that was going on that I didn't like. And now I know how to express. I know how to have a conversation and move on. I'm not sleeping on it because I feel good that I had that conversation. Because 3 years ago, I couldn't have that conversation.
Right.
You know, I just let it ride. Everything.
So now you trying to do a youth movement with this?
Yes,
You know what
we're
I mean?
working on that.
Like,
yeah,
that's-
because I think that's one of the main things, and I think we were upset about that we couldn't like jump in and do
Right.
because these girls needed
Mm-hmm.
That's
these
what I was
girls
thinking, right.
needed badly, and we're talking from if we could take a 2-year-old up to
Right.
forever, it doesn't matter.
Just like a mentoring program,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Aspect,
right.
right.
Something like that.
Do you know how many fabulous people are in my group? You got accountants, you got lawyers, you got
Yes. Mentoring was
and
that.
you have teachers, and you have social workers, and
Right.
they're actually putting out, if you need me, holla. Like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
I can do this. I know something. I know. They're all getting together
That's
and
what's
talking
up.
about it.
You got lawyers?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh,
yeah.
Lord Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we're going to need something for this station for some point. Because we're going to get banned for it's over.
Yo, this guy
No, you're
ultimate
not.
goal is to get banned.
Yeah, my goal is
From the
to get
FCC. This is
my-
all he
Me too.
talking about.
Yeah.
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 Like, bro, we trying
I'm
to get
not
on the air.
satisfied. I'm not satisfied until it happens.
Until it happens, then you
Look, this one of our arguments right here. I'll let you know about it, right?
All right.
I ain't having that shit. You want to get banned? I'm like, we motherfucker, 2 Live Crew.
Yeah, we about to do something.
Banned in
We
the
about to-
USA.
I can't.
We about to do something
can't.
different up here.
Oh my gosh.
Bring
But
Uncle
that's
Luke
all.
up here with some scrippers,
Oh,
boy.
strippers. Oh,
We got the lights too? Man, listen.
really?
He said, I don't think we did a good job. We don't get banned by the FCC. This
That's
is
what
his
he
goal
said,
for
yeah.
real.
Yeah, but you know, hey. But it's a
We
good
let
thing
him try to
that I do.
marinate. I might come over to it too.
yeah. Just
Black
just
Howard
think about
Stern.
it.
You
Yeah,
know?
just think about it.
Yeah.
Just think about it a little bit. You know what I mean?
Nah.
Nah, but that's good that y'all got a lot of professional women that's
Yeah.
involved.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
I
that's,
just say that, like, overall,
yeah.
I kind of been involved in it, and I kind of was part of it growing up. That mentoring really works.
Yeah.
I'm saying being in programs where you have positive role model, it works, man.
Right.
It keep them out of trouble. It give them an example. Like you said, it's just so many types of people.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think y'all really, when you get a chance, y'all really get into that.
We
man.
have to. That's one of the things because even with, we have a hiring director, your girl,
that's
and
my girl.
it's like she's on it. Like we gotta show these kids, we gotta show these girls how to manage their money. We gotta do this. We gotta do that. Right. Because
up.
a lot of we're what 60s and 70s babies.
Mm-hmm.
Well, my mother didn't teach me that.
Right.
How to hold your finances, how to do this, how to keep your credit clean, how you do. We weren't taught,
Well, right.
Right.
So, and if you see a parent have these particular attitudes towards money and stuff, you pick it up too until you look around like,
generational curse. They
yeah,
call
you
it.
like, wait, I ain't got no money. Wait,
Right.
where my
No
money
credit.
at?
Right.
I don't know how to save, never had a checkbook. Like, you know what I mean? All
like
that.
balance a checkbook or anything. Now I knew that, but it was just like, so what you balancing? You can't balance a quarter.
Right.
You need
yeah.
just because you got paid and you're gonna get a second, you think you're gonna have that second paycheck because we rely on that and not
Right.
think about like, well, what if
Right.
they say knock knock? Bye. You're like,
Lay
what?
off. Yeah. I bet you that brought a lot of people to reality now.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely,
Oh.
absolutely.
A lot of layoffs,
Ooh.
man.
Horrible.
Businesses going under.
Now give
everything.
everybody your social media platforms for She
If I
Is.
can remember. Okay, so Facebook is sheis.org LLC. That's the page.
Okay.
In order to be part of the group, you have to be invited, but the group is sheis1.org LLC. We have an email address, sheis1org@yahoo.
Okay.
And our webpage is sheis1.org.
Okay.
So we have a webpage. I gotta update that, by the way.
Okay. You got
But-
like IG, you got LinkedIn and all that?
Yeah,
I know LinkedIn is more of that site
and
now.
IG is sheis1org,
Okay.
and oh Lord, I'm terrible with this. LinkedIn, I wonder if we did that. I don't know if we did that. We probably did. I just don't know it.
And he says the invite.
The group is an
Right.
invite.
But you can like the page,
You
which
can like
is
the
sheis.org
But
LLC.
you look it up. You can request to be part of the
Can people
group.
contribute? Like you don't have to be in a group to actually contribute or anything.
No.
You know how some
Yeah.
you know.
No.
So y'all got a Cash App and everything.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Cash App
What's the
is
Cash App?
sheis.org.
She is no dots. Just
No
She
dots.
Is
Just
org.
she
Dollar
is
sign she is
is
org
org.
and Cash App.
Yeah.
Y'all support that. They doing some great
Absolutely.
things for the women.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So what's the first thing after COVID for y'all?
So the first thing we're trying to do is get back into giving out. Oh, we want to do an auction. We have a storage bin full of women clothing.
From the 78 Lounge that you arrived that time?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. And so we want to do an auction, and for the women who really can't afford, because if we're able to get a space, let me back up. If we're able to get a space, we wanted to do a pop-up shop.
Right.
And you get a woman could get an outfit for like $10, a
Right.
whole outfit. Where
Right.
she could go on interviews, and then we wanted to have
Right.
workshops like how to write a resume, how to
Resume.
create, and do little interviewing techniques and stuff like that with them, and whatever else they needed. So we have the
Right.
people to do that. But that's one of the things we really, really want to do is get rid of the clothing and also have the workshops for the women.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right.
So listen, support sheis.org. You know all the platforms. Want to thank Crystal Smith
Thank
for
you.
enlightening
Thank
us
you.
with what sheis.org is, and
Thank you.
actually
Appreciate it.
yeah,
I
and
appreciate you.
we really support Soul Bees too. Support it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Thanos is here. Support Soul,
Soul
Bees.
Bees is hot.
It's hot.
I'm gonna get
Yeah.
something for my daughter. I think
Please.
her birthday next month, but I
Oh,
want to
really?
get her something now.
Okay.
But I'm gonna talk to you about it because I like that idea. It's gonna be kind of
I
personalized.
seen a couple of
and
pieces,
everything.
man. They like
Yeah.
kind of intricate. You know?
She gonna be
Yeah.
21. It's her 21st birthday.
Yeah. Yeah.
Look at her. I saw your eyes go up.
All
You're
right,
already
'cause
thinking
I'm
of
already
something
thinking
like.
of something. Yeah.
Okay,
I'm
we're gonna do
already
this
thinking.
over here, and yeah, well, I'm gonna let y'all handle that though.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt.
Yeah, I'm scared of them bees.
Because we
I'm telling
can't
you.
do certain stuff,
Yeah.
man. I wanted to do it big for my baby the 21st. We can't.
Yeah.
I think Murphy already brought it back down. The gatherings inside to 25 people, and
He
it's.
dropped it again.
I think, yeah.
No, that was going to happen.
Yep.
That was going to happen.
But we're gonna make it still do what it do.
Exactly.
So listen, support Soul Bees, support
Thank you.
sheis.org.
Yeah.
Support Crystal Smith, the queen.
Oh,
That's my
thank
sis
you.
right there. She
Big-
nothing but positive and loving energy, man, all the time.
Absolutely.
Oh.
Can't even call her Sweets no more. Like she really got
know.
a government. Crystal Smith.
Yeah.
Like, I'm
Cause
feeling some kind of
that's
way,
all we
like,
used to say.
You know,
I mean, who's talking about
Sweet.
sweet?
Like there's another one. Like
Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
You know,
Remember
sweet.
the juice sweet at the guns? It was going down. I think that's why I always vibe. But I think she kind of hood, you know. Sweet. Oh, she said you Janet's son. You wasn't 25. Tell her G say hi.
Oh
Nah, that's the homie, man.
Oh, hold on, let me get it together.
You remember that part?
Yeah, that's what I'm laughing.
A mess.
She said, baby, you can't get a slingshot for that. He had like $13. She said, baby, you can't even get a slingshot for that.
Oh, man. Whew. Okay. All right. Well,
Yeah, we about to get up out of here.
Well,
That's
thank
another
y'all
week.
again for a great show.
Great show today. Y'all give it up. Give us some.
Yeah, come on. Let's give it.
Give it a round of applause for a good show today. Crystal Sweets Smith.
Thank
She
you
is.org. Check us out every Sunday, Duality Podcast on BKS1 Radio. We out.
Peace.